Yeah, just fucking let's see, man. I see some shit that I want to talk about, but you know, I'm smoking right now, so excuse me. Anyways, like this, at least see this Norteño right here. You see, he's giving it up. See, Fresno was a hit squad for the Norte. Crackers struck an NF member, and all of Fresno followed him because he's a real savage. Norte, he started a movement, and that's what I was just speaking about. Big Crackers is the one that cracked all that shit off, right, and got the movement started. And everybody, I mean, Fresno followed too, bro. One thing about Fresno, bro, Fresno, the mentality of Fresno people is we don't like being told what to do. That's just the mentality of Fresno people. We don't like following suit behind nobody. We don't like being told what to do. That's how all the gangs, as far as I know, carry themselves. Besides the Norteños, I guess maybe they got their shit. You know, it's different. They always been structured. The Asian gangs, I don't really know. I don't know any Asian people. So, but as far as the people from Fresno, we tend to be more along the lines of not like being told what to do. You know, but yeah. And as he said, F-14 was one of the biggest, from what I heard, was one of the biggest Norteño sets in California, next to San Jose. Now, I don't know which one was bigger, the San Jose or the Norteño car or the Fresno Norteño car, but Fresno was one of the biggest, Fresno and San Jose. And they actually used to be tight, which is crazy, you know. Now there's a little bit of this rivalry. Even Fresno State's rivalry college is San Jose State. So I used to live in San Jose, so I love San Jose, man. It's like a second home to me, you know. San Jose's dope. I like San Jose. You know what I mean? So at least with that one Norteño, I guess he's giving it up to Bulldogs somewhat. And let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so this guy said, Bulldogs and Fresno, they do beef with each other. Just like Crips beef with Crips and Bloods beef with Bloods. And it's the same up north, too. When I lived in San Jose, I heard about Norteño gangs funking with each other. Sacramento, I believe, too, they funk with each other. In Southern California, of course, the Southsiders funk with each other. That's just how that shit goes, man. When you fucking, like, people tend to when you're one of the biggest gangs in your city, of course there's different hoods under that gang, so of course there's always gonna be something that cracks off between hoods, and it's gonna lead to a rivalry. For example, Bond Street and Lewis Street, there's always been a rivalry, right? I don't know the specifics behind why they started beefing, and I mean, I think I do. I mean, my family, a lot of my folks are from Bond Street, the people I fuck with, right? It's not my business to even say that why they started funking. Some shit lit up. They started funking. From what I heard, they have a ceasefire. Like it's they don't really they don't actively seek each other out no more like they used to. But they still don't fuck with each other. Basically, it's more along the lines of like, I mean, now if Bond Street or Lewis Street get into it, if they see each other on the streets, I don't know how that'll play out. Maybe they will. Especially if they know who each other are and like, oh yeah, I remember you had problems with you before. You might do it, but if they don't actively seek each other out like they used to, man. So it's kind of like a ceasefire going on. And as far as College Street goes, bro, they don't get along with McKenzie. You know what I mean? McKenzie Street. I don't know the specifics behind that. Even if I did, wouldn't even speak on it. It's not my business. But I kick it with College Street niggas too, because my boy, the older homie from College Street, he always be throwing little functions, and his little homies will always be over there. Niggas is cool, bro. I fuck with them. Yeah, so it's like Bond Street and College Street, them niggas are cool with each other. They have a pretty close, excuse me. They have a pretty close relationship, you know. And so there's that. So we touched on that comment. And then there's other Bulldog neighborhoods, but there's a lot. There's cliques of Bulldogs too, like RTL, DLG. As far as hoods go, you got Pinedale, McKenzie, Lewis, Bond, 5th Street, Callaway, I believe Backer Street. Man. I haven't met a Backer Street dude, but yeah, I believe Backer Street. There might be more. I really don't know, man. I don't be out there like that. You feel me? I usually keep to myself, and I got a lot. I'm a family man, bro. I got a career, so I'm 32. I'm out the way now, but yeah. So there's a little bit of history about the Fresno Bulldog neighborhood. Well, some of the Fresno Bulldog hoods right there. And of course, you got these niggas like Groovy Food again, hating. Yeah, you got a lot of haters in the comments. This video might be a little boring, 14 minutes of boring talk, but yeah, man. Let's see. About Faye's homeboy, right? Yeah, I remember when that shit was on the news, he got killed by the police. Man, the police are bitch ass niggas, man. They did kill that young man. He's young, man. Like I said, I was in my 20s when that shit happened, mid-20s. And Faye's is way younger than me, so yeah. He was a kid, bro, like a ninth grader, maybe 8th grade. He got killed. The mother won a lawsuit. She ended up going to jail or prison because she was using the money from the lawsuit to supposedly buy guns for bulldogs. I forgot what neighborhood. I think it was if I read the news. I mean, it's a long time, happened a while ago, so it might have been Callaway or some shit like that, man. Well, anyway, she went down, and her son, which was the brother of the one that got killed, went down. And this is according to the news. Now, I don't know how true that shit is, because the police like to throw shit on people if you're associated with a gang and just claim that you're doing this, even though you might not be. Who knows? I mean, like I said, so I'm not going to say it's true or not, but I do know the police do that. They did that to my brother-in-law recently. He's in there fighting right now for his goddamn freedom because the police bitch ass want to say he was involved in something he wasn't involved in. Even in the discovery, they don't got shit on him, but they're keeping him. So, hey, that's how that shit goes, right? When you're a gangbanger, man. So it's important, man, to keep your gangbang, stay off the fucking phones, bro. That's the best thing to do. Let's see here. And all these, you can see a lot of Fresno people are happy that this nigga's up on here. Like, Fresno loves Fresno, bro. We fight amongst each other, but man, people from Fresno are proud to be from Fresno. I can just say that. Oh, this guy says West Fresno Norte runs Fresno. Bulldogs aren't active. This guy's a fucking lie. Once again, spreading propaganda that's not true because you don't get along with the other side. You're not a real nigga, man. You should, like... But unfortunately, there's a lot of these type of guys, man, in the comment section, or even these type of guys running around in the gang life. More than likely, he's a young ass kid that barely be in the street. He more than likely isn't active. But hey, now one thing about West Fresno Norte, I mean, I don't know if these niggas are. I heard their hood is non-existent now. Like, them niggas are not active. But that's from what I heard. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but. Of course, you're going to have some people saying it's true, some saying it's not. I really don't know. Go through the comment section, his little comment thread. Now, this guy said, don't see the North Day since the early 2000s. No, I'm going to just say that's a lie. No, you don't very often see norteños though, bro. Like, when you at water parks during the summertime, you'll run into them. My brother ran into one. He had a big Huelga bird. My brother was with my son. My brother banged on him. And the nigga just smiled and just kept walking. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. A lot of fights happen at the water parks, man. Wild Waters, Island Water Park. So you'll see them at gatherings like that, social gatherings. But for the most part, bro, I've never run into a really norteño out here. I'm not saying they're not out here, but I haven't ran. Last time I ran into one, I think it was like, man, it was a long time ago. Wasn't the early 2000s, maybe like 10 years ago, But the homies ran into them. One time they were having a norteño meeting at a pizza parlor. Like, they rented out a little room, I guess, a little private room. And my brother and his boys happened to be going to the to the same pizza parlor and seeing them niggas. And he almost got spunky, man. But the big homie told him to cut that shit back. Not my brother's big homie, but the Norteño big homies told their little Norteño homies like kill that shit off. So nothing cracked up. But the homies were ready to get active. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's that one, man. I'm just gonna go through the comments and see, man, what the fuck niggas is talking about. This guy said that Mexicans don't like black folks. Now, I mean, it's true to an extent. You got some Mexicans that I guess don't, and some Mexicans that do. Just like you got some black folks that don't like Mexicans and some that do. That just comes with the territory. But to say that Bulldogs are racist overall is not true, man. I ran into maybe like 1 or 2 racist Bulldogs. You know, and maybe back in the old days, bro, the 90s, 80s, it might have been like that because it was more racial back then. You know what I'm saying? But these young kids growing up, they don't follow suit behind the ideology. You know what I'm saying? They don't follow suit behind that shit, bro. And this guy, man, he's been crying on here, talking about Faye fucked up his audience because Faye said he relates more to black folks and he talks like niggas and dresses like niggas, which, I mean, everybody does. It is what it is, man. Who cares, right? That's bringing us all together. Who gives a fuck? But he's always fucking up to your audience because you're Mexican. You should act like Mexican, bro. You're from, obviously, I think you're from Phoenix. PHX. Stay worrying about Phoenix, bro. You niggas are on blues out there, bro. They get active in Phoenix, but you're on fucking blues out there. Like, worry about Phoenix shit, bro. Like, that shit's just wild. You know, and then you got this guy dissing, I guess. He said, yeah, this guy says that they're like 25ers, started on the PC yard, got big. They were never started on the PC yard. Now, as far as what, back in the day, because Bulldogs are so outnumbered by everybody, I believe in some prisons, they were being segregated from everybody else to prevent anything from happening to them, right? To prevent anything from happening to them, but they've always been mainline. And so don't believe all that bullshit, man. They always been mainline. They ain't never been PC. Of course, you got Bulldogs that hung up their gloves and went to PC. Those dudes, when they hit the streets, they get abandoned by their hood and they get a target on their back. Bulldogs, you can't drop out. There's no such thing as, oh, I don't want, like, I'm dropping out of Bulldogs. Now, you could be a family man and not be active, no, like, you know, cut back on the activities, but you're still a Bulldog. You can't roll it up, man. You can't hang up the gloves. You can't debrief. Yeah, everybody, Bulldogs have a green light, of course, because the state is either south side or north side. I mean, north A. So, of course, Bulldogs are always going to be green lit. But, I mean, they're still here, right? So, what does that say about them? Also, I was going to touch bases on Norteños will never be able to do what Bulldogs have done. Neither will Southsiders, man. They don't have the heart to do that shit. They don't want to die. Bulldogs did it. Proud of Fresno. I love Fresno. And I'm about to end this video here because I keep getting blown up with text messages. All right, so I'm out, everybody. Peace.